Welcome to SalesGodCRM. In this video, I'm going to walk you through our text message marketing software and show you how you can use it to grow your business. To get started, all you have to do is set up your first text strip by clicking over here under text strips. Now, this is a template-based format, so there's no need to know coding. You're not going to have to hire an additional employee to manage this. You can do this yourself. So to get started, you're going to click on Add Text Strip over here. You're going to give your text strip a name, and then down here you have to determine the days of the week that you want your messages to go out. So if you want them to go out Monday through Friday, you're going to deselect Saturday and Sunday. Down here, as you can see, it runs from 8 to 9. Now you could change that. If you want to have your text strip run until 5 o'clock, you just back the time down a little bit, so it runs from 8 to 5. And then finally, where it says process 5 messages every minute, this shows you how many messages are going to go out every minute. So now even though 5 messages a minute may not seem like a lot of messages, when you add that up over the course of 60 minutes and over a normal 8-hour day, that can amount to about 2,400 messages for one day, just from one phone number. So that's a good amount of messages. You also have the option of adding an additional delay to the message and also tags to the text strip as well if you want to. So we're finished. We're going to click on Save. Now the next thing that we want to do is add a message to this text strip. So we're going to click over here under Add Component. We're going to give our message a name. And now we're going to start writing our message. So before we begin, the first thing I want to recommend is to utilize our spin token in the message, because this breaks up your message and shows the carrier that you're not sending the same message thousands of times. Because if you do that, if you don't add any variations in your message, you'll see that your messages will start getting blocked and flagged by the carrier. In a carrier, when I say carrier, I mean Verizon, Sprint, and also AT&T. Now, after you put in your spin token, you're going to put in the code down here for the lead's first name. Because what's going to happen is when they get the message from you, they're going to receive the message that's personalized to them. They'll see their name in there. Next, you want to write a message that sounds like a follow-up. You want to make it sound like you've spoken with the lead before and you're just checking back with them. So following up to see if you're still looking for, this message can be used for anything. If you're an insurance agent, you could say, following up to see if you're still looking for life insurance quotes. If you're a roofing contractor, you could say, following up to see if you're still looking for roofing quotes for your home. If you're a landscaper, you could say following up to see if you're still looking for a landscaper for garden maintenance, that sort of thing. It's the principle can apply to any business. After you add that part in there, then the next thing that you want to do is you want to have some type of a call to action. A call to action is basically a command. It shows them what they need to do next if they're still looking for the service that you have to offer. And how you want to write it out is you want to tell them, call or text me back at this number. You want to have a call to action like that. You want to tell them what to do next. And then the very end of the message, you want to include an opt out. Now, what we recommend is putting in the words cease to remove, because if a person doesn't want to continue receiving messages from you, all they have to do is reply back with cease, and then that'll take them off your list. Now, you don't necessarily have to include this at the end of the message. What you can do is move it down here just like that to make it look more natural if that's what you wanted to do. So also as well, you have the option of adding an additional delay for the message. Now, if you were going to be writing multiple follow-up messages for one campaign on just within like a 5 or 10 minute stretch, then what you would do is on the first message, you would put in add delay after 1 day, because then when you write your second message, you would want to put in add delay after 2 days. This gives you the ability to space out the messages in a workflow. Because then once the messages are pre-written, you're not having to log in each day to send a new message to people on your list. The system will send out the messages that you put into your workflow for you, so that all you have to do is focus on replying to people who responded to your messages. So now, once you're done here, all you're going to do is scroll down to the bottom of the page, and you're going to click Save. Now, this is an example of what the workflow looks like. As you can see right here, here's the first message that we added to this text strip. Now, what I mentioned when I mentioned just a second ago about adding additional messages to the text strip, if I were to write message number 2 like this, I could delay this second message by as many days as I want. So for example, if I wanted to delay it 2 days, like that, now it's effectively saved. And this is what the workflow looks like. As you can see, if this was my second message here, it would go out 2 days after the first message. And then basically you would just repeat this process. Just, each time that you put in a subsequent message, you would add some type of a delay. Many people, when they write text messages for marketing, they delay them sometimes 3, 4, 5 days a piece, so that maybe you're sending a text message out on Monday and another one on Friday. Whatever works best for you. But keep in mind that when it comes to that delay, you can also delay it by hours or even minutes so that it looks more natural and conversational. And also when you incorporate the codes into the messages down here, into your message, you have the option of adding their last name, their phone number, their email address, their city, their street address, etc. So you can personalize the message and really make it super authentic for whatever the services that you're offering, the product, etc. You can make it work for you. Now, once your message is added, you're going to click over here under phone numbers, and you're going to attach a phone number to your account. So now, before you do that, you actually have to register a phone number on our platform. So you're going to click over here under phone numbers and search number, and then you're going to type in your area code for wherever your business is located, and you're going to click search. Once you do that, the system will pull up a list of phone numbers matching that area code, and then you just basically have to choose the numbers that you want and scroll down to the bottom of the page and click on order selected numbers. Now, keep in mind that if your business is not location dependent, for example, if you're nationwide and you service customers, in all 50 states, then you don't have to worry about the area code. If you're in Kansas, you could choose a Los Angeles area code. I mean, it's totally up to you. But if you're like, for example, maybe a contractor, a realtor, where you only work for people that are within like an hour away of your shop, then of course you would want to choose an area code that makes the message look like you are physically located nearby where they live. So that, because sometimes people, when it comes to local marketing, they tend to get a little suspicious if they get a marketing message from somebody who maybe is out of state. They're wondering, why is somebody in New York marketing to me if I live in Alabama, for example. So you always want to keep that in mind. Now, once you've added your phone number to your account, you can also set up call forwarding right here. Just click on the checkbox, click on this button, and you can enable call forwarding so that if people decide to call one of your SalesGod numbers back, you can point those calls to your cell phone, to a Google Voice line, to wherever you want the calls to go. That way, you don't miss those valuable calls. If that's what you want to do, you want people to call you back, you want to take those calls, you can point them to any line that you want. Now let's go back to the campaign setup. So now once you've added phone numbers to your account, you're going to click over here. You're going to click on attach phone number, and you're going to attach those phone numbers to your text strip, just like this. So it's going to look like that. And then the next thing that you want to do is you want to upload a list to your account. So as you can see, I don't currently have any contacts there. So to upload a list, you're going to go over here to your contacts, just like this. You're going to click on import contacts. You're going to find the file on your computer, and then you're going to upload it, just like that. And once that file is uploaded, it's still not technically in the system yet because you have to import it. Now, to import the list, all you have to do is you have to map it. So you're going to see two columns here, a column on the left and a column on the right. The column on the left is going to have all the data information that's on your list, like the name, the address, and the phone number of the lead. So to map it, you're just going to match, like the like category, the like setting all the way down to the bottom of the page. Name, address, and phone number, etc. Now, when you get down to the bottom of the page, this is the most important part where it says, please select a text strip. You want to click on that, and then you want to choose the text strip that you just created, because what the system is going to do is it's going to link your list to the text strip that you've created, because then that's how the system will be sending the messages out to the people on that list automatically. And then you're going to click import. Now, depending upon the size of the list, it could take upwards of 2, 3, 4 minutes for that list to be imported. I've seen lists as big as 100,000 records take about 10 minutes or longer. So just be prepared and be patient. What you want to do is while your list is importing, it's going to tell you right there that it's importing. So it's best to leave your account, to leave the window open on this page. Don't close it. Just wait until it finishes importing, and then once it's done, a little green window will pop up and it'll let you know that your list has been imported and it's been attached to your account. Once you see that window pop up, then the next thing that you want to do is go back to text strips over here, and what you should see is numbers in the total, active, and waiting column. It should look similar to this. You should see the total number of the leads that you have on your list, and that same number should be reflected for active and waiting. That means that those records are they're ready. They're ready and they're set for our system to start delivering messages to the records on your list. And then all you have to do from here is you want to click on the name of the text strip, just like this. And then once it loads, then the next thing that you need to do is just click on activate, just like that. Click activate, and then your messages will start going out in real time. So now, as a warning, you're not going to see the messages, people replying immediately. In some cases, it may take 5 or even 10 minutes to start seeing replies coming in. When you start getting replies, you're going to see a little red light flash next to the word messenger. So all you have to do is, if you want to reply back to people who have messaged you, then you'll click on messenger, and it'll take you right in here. And a typical reply it's going to look something like this. As you can see right here, when someone replies, their reply, it's going to be in green. And here, as you can see as well, everything is date and timestamp. So it shows you when they replied. So there's never any question of when they replied back to you, because it's all right there. And then you can also see your reply back to them. Once you do reply, it's going to be in the lavender color box. And this is also date and timestamp. But most importantly, if you click on this icon, that indicates that it's been delivered. Now, if someone replies back to you and says, I'm interested, as you can see right here, you're going to have their contact name right there and their phone number. And if you click over here under contact info, this expands the contact information for the lead. You have their first name, their last name. And when you scroll down, you have their street address, their city, their state, their zip, their gender, and their date of birth. So if you're an insurance agent, this is obviously very valuable information that you want to have in your SalesGod account so that you could finish the quote and send it off to them. Now, one of the most important things that this platform has to offer is the ability to tag leads. So, and when somebody replies back to you, the first thing that you want to do besides calling them back is you want to tag the lead down here. So you'll click on this drop-down menu, and all of the tags that you've created and you've added to your account will all be right in here. You should have a tag created for any possible conceivable lead disposition, like cold, warm, and hot. 3 of the classic lead disposition categories that every sales professional is well aware of. So, and then once you've created those tags, then they'll be available right here, and you could keep your leads organized and efficient in this platform. And then also down here, you could also leave a note on the record itself based on the conversation that you had with the lead. So let's say if you call them back and they say, we're interested in doing something, but not until the end of the year, then what you want to do is make sure that you have a tag for let's say cold leads. So you'll tag them cold, and then you'll leave a note down here to basically add a record of the conversation, and you'll click on edit contact. And then what happens is when you've updated that lead, you'll click over here under contacts, and you can easily search for all your leads based upon the tag that you assign to the lead. So for example, if I wanted to call my cold leads, I would click on tag filter, and I'd click on cold, and then it'll bring up the leads matching that category. And as you can see right here, if I want to, I could text people individually by clicking on the lead name. It loads the widget over here. I could type a message and click send and text them individually. Or if I wanted to, I could take that tag that's applied to this lead, like cold, and I could create a whole brand new text strip and market to those people all at once. As you can see right here, I have several text strips. Basically, they're funnels essentially, that are created for people based upon their lead disposition. For example, I have interested down here. I have a whole variety of different text strips for people that I'm marketing to, and I would advise that you would do the same. Create a text strip for every conceivable lead disposition so that you could stay on top of your leads and manage them efficiently in SalesGodCRM. So now we discussed how to set up a text strip and how to use the messenger. I want to point out a couple more things regarding the messenger. So when people reply back to you and they reply with a stop word like stop, remove, take me off your list, etc., or even cease for that matter, it's gonna take them off your list automatically because they've replied with that stop word. But now let's say if somebody replied back to you and maybe they're interested, maybe they're not interested, but when they replied back they didn't use a stop word. To remove them from your list, all you have to do is click over here on the little icon next to their name and click block. Blocking them effectively stops your account from sending them a follow-up message so that you can't continue messaging them after you effectively have blocked them. And that's what you want. You don't want to continue sending messages to people who don't have an interest in the service that you have to offer. You want to block them from your list so that you can only focus on marketing to people who are genuinely interested. Now, some of the other features that SalesGodCRM has to offer include the ability to utilize our autoresponder down here. The autoresponder is a huge feature because it gives you the ability to send pre-written messages to people based upon whatever the keyword is that they reply to your message with. For example, I'm interested, or the classic yes. Whenever anybody replies with either of those keywords, they're going to get a follow-up message to them based upon their keyword-based response. Now, another application for utilizing the autoresponder is sending people a link to your website, to a capture page, or an opt-in form. You don't want to send links to people on the first outbound message on SalesGodCRM. What you want to do is incorporate the autoresponder and send a link to people after they've replied. When they reply with a yes, or when they reply with an I'm interested, that's when you want to send the link to them, not before. And basically you would type in your message in the box in here, just like that. And then also with the settings down here, you could specify to the system that you only want the message to go out to people one time. That's it. So that they're not going to be getting a message from you multiple times, maybe with the link to your website. You could have confidence and peace of mind in knowing that they're only going to get that message from you one time. That's it. It's simple but highly effective, and it's a great tool that you should incorporate into your use of SalesGodCRM, especially because when you incorporate the autoresponder, you can also incorporate a tag. And what that means is that when they reply to the autoresponder, you could push that lead into another text strip based upon their interest level, and then SalesGod will basically reply to people with drip messages over the course of several minutes, hours, or days until they've converted and become a sale for you. So, because once again, guys, the idea behind this software is to get it working for you in the back end so that you don't have to make as many calls during the day. With SalesGodCRM, it gives you the ability to spend more time with your family, more time doing the things that you'd like to do, while the system auto prospects for you with the pre-written messages that you've added to this system. So now, we've talked about a lot of features that SalesGodCRM has to offer, but one of the things that we didn't talk about is price. So you're probably wondering, what does it cost? So SalesGodCRM, it costs $447 annually. It's an annual subscription, and once that's paid, the benefit of that is that you're set. You're paid up for the entire year, for the entire 12 months. So you don't have to worry about having to pay a monthly fee just to use the subscription. Now, but you are going to have to pay a per text fee. So if you want to send unregistered, meaning that you're not planning on registering with the 10 DLC, then you're going to be paying 0.018 per message. Now, if you're wondering, okay, what would that come to if I sent out about 1,000 messages? 1,000 messages is only going to be about $18. So very, very affordable, especially when you weigh SalesGodCRM against whatever current marketing platform that you're using. You'll see that it's something that will offer you a long-term return on your investment, and there's a huge affordability here. You're not going to be able to send marketing messages out for anything lower than that. I mean, it truly is an exceptional value. Now, let's talk about the 10 DLC. The 10 DLC is a newer government law that is asking business owners to register their phone numbers in order to send text messages for marketing. Now, if you're wanting to get started with text message marketing, it would be a good idea to get your account registered with the 10 DLC, simply because once you're registered, you'll have excellent deliverability across every major carrier, including AT&T, who sadly right now they block a lot of messages. Now, 10 DLC registration on this platform, it costs $125. So $125, and what you'd have to do is add those funds to your account. So, and because when you register your account with the 10 DLC, it's all done through our software application. And when your registration is approved, then basically the carriers, they take that money directly out of your account. Now, a registration can take about 2 weeks. So you want to keep that in mind, but the biggest benefit of registering your account with the 10 DLC is that it's going to lower your cost per text down to 0.012 per message. That's a huge benefit because not only will you be saving money on your outbound messages, but you also will get better deliverability across every carrier that delivers your messages. And last of all, but not least, is that inbound messages are free. So it doesn't matter if you're staying unregistered or if you decide to register your account, you're not going to have to worry about paying for inbound messages because SalesGodCRM, we cover the cost of those inbound messages. You're only paying for messages that are outbound. So when people reply back to you with an interest, those messages are free. So I hope this pricing makes sense. If you're interested in signing up for an account with SalesGodCRM, you could also have peace of mind in knowing that we're not affiliated with Twilio. All of our phone numbers are proprietary to our platform. We're not affiliated with any third-party software platform like GoHighLevel. It's 100% original to our specific software platform so that you could get started. You could have peace of mind in knowing that you're working on a great platform that you can use to grow your business, regardless if you're using cold, hot, or warm leads. This software will be a great fit for you. We currently have business owners that are seeing huge returns with SalesGodCRM, especially insurance agents. We're seeing insurance agents market to cold leads, and within their first week, they're closing thousands of dollars. And our long-term users are frequently ranking #1 in their companies because they're using this prospecting platform to grow their business. And most importantly, it helps them to free up their time so that they can focus on business growth instead of having to make 200 cold calls per day and sending tons of emails and outbound marketing brochures. They could focus on what they do best, closing people and generating business growth. If you'd like to create an account for yourself, I invite you to contact me today. My contact information will be included in the description for this video. I look forward to the opportunity of earning your business and most importantly, showing you the benefit of SalesGodCRM, how you can use it to grow your business by reaching more customers. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.